I'll start the recording over again. There we go.
Nah, no big deal.
Yeah, no, it's not. All right.
So we know what Pete's playing, but do we know if Daishan's on Jesmon or? Is
Yeah, he's absolutely on Jesmon. Like, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing about that. Like, he played it Friday. He would have played it today.
Okay.
And he played it Thursday at Twibbas.
It's interesting because I think when BT13 was first spoiled, like the people who were like, "Oh, Jesmon can go to GX on turn 1," the combo that they showed was against a Royal Knights player.
Oh, is it what? That's what it was?
Yeah, the guy gave him like 7 memory, so he's like, "Okay, I'll GX you turn 2."
Yeah, that was it was pretty bad. When I played him on Friday, this was crazy. When I played him on Friday, I hit him with Congo, and he went from rookie to GX with like 6 bodies on board, and he put me to 9 memory, so I won off of that. But that was nuts.
Yeah, literally. Except you put him to 3 if you're a Royal Knights player,
Yeah, it was crazy. I couldn't, I was like, oh Christ. All right, so the Royal Knights started out pretty regular with the. Do you know what the new cards do? I just.
A little bit. So I'm familiar with most of some of them. It's just that like the Omegamon, I know that it's a card. I just don't know like the purpose of it in the deck.
So basically, what it does is on play you draw a card, and then when it's deleted, you get to take one of your Royal Knights and shove it under Idrisel.
Okay.
So that's obviously very important because it's on both players' turns if it's deleted.
Oh, so that's basically like the bubbles for the deck, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So the option card that they play is you place a Royal Knight underneath Idrisel, and then it's a delayed effect. So the next turn, or whatever turns after, you can play a card from under Idrisel, and hit it to the board, and it gains Rush, but it doesn't get its own play effects.
I mean, that'd be broken at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah. Yeah, but that's why Galamon's also important for the deck. Okay. I'm not sure what the Royal Knight shoved under. That might have been Dynasmon.
Yeah, it looks purple.
Yeah.
So it might be Dynast.
Dynasmon, he searches for the top 4 and grabs any 2 Royal Knights, and I think when you play another Royal Knight, it blows up all level 4 lowers on the board. So, honestly, I think that's going to be the card that kind of signifies this matchup, because obviously the Jesmon player is going to be able to get to GX and have like 8 bodies on board. So with that, if he can get like Omnimon to come out or do its job or whatever, Dynasmon will kill all the sisters.
Yeah, I mean, if I were Daishan, I definitely don't want to give the Royal Knights player a bunch of memory, because being able to just Omnimon for free, one, it pops a card, so that's fantastic, but also that, like, you also just give him game. So you got to be careful with, like, when you do these big, GX plays.
Yeah. Well, that's very interesting that so he chose to attack into the, what's his name? The Omegamon, and then now we're nice to be able to shove another. I don't know how I like that play, but I guess it's better than just letting him attack again, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Daishan plays since the last time we talked, he doesn't play the Awakened anymore, the Jesmon Blanc. Yeah. So there's no recovery in this deck.
I don't think you need it, honestly. Like, from when I played with him, I played with him versus Shine and Alphamon, and it didn't seem like he needed it. But again, those decks are not meant to prolong the game, right?
Yeah, they kill you in one shot, so a 6 security doesn't matter if they dealt 6 in a turn, and then swing again later.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So I'm curious to know, does he deal with the Savior? Can he deal with the Savior now? Because I don't think he can.
What's the card that pops it?
It would have to be Jesmon, but it'd be Jesmon himself, but you have to have another guy underneath.
Or I guess Omnimon in this set. It has another on-play effect of like
popping deleting a Digimon. But I don't know. That seems riskier because Omnimon this early on, he's a 14 cost, so he would have been put up to like
7.
Yeah, it would have been something crazy. Yeah, it would have been something very high.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was a better call, but he put him to 1, so I think that's okay. I know a big thing with this deck. With Jesmon, or just in general, you can't swing too early when you're making a stack, because 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to hit a mega insecurity.
Yeah.
So
I guess you have to be okay with whatever you swing with dying. That's early, right? Because I think Jesmon swings over everything in security.
Yes.
In the stack.
Yeah. The biggest thing in security is Omnimon, who's 14.
Oh, so he's a baby for a red deck.
Exactly, yeah. So, then that's like without the tech cards and stuff like that. Okay, is he going to go into the just? Yeah, it seems like he's going to go into GX. Is he going to do the GX?
It's a lot of memory.
No, he's just going to... That's the BT6 one, the old one.
Yeah. Oh, no. That looks like X Antibody, doesn't it?
No. The Jesmon X Antibody. I'm talking about the Seal, the Systemon Seal he played.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is good. He doesn't get he only gets one check, so it's not too bad.
Did he put anything else on the board? Okay.
He's going to be able to
Not
GX
bad.
right here, isn't he? Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't activate the effect. Okay.
Looks like a check for 15.
Oh, Crimson. Oh, that only kills the Hawkmon. That doesn't kill the other ones because they get the 2,000 from Jesmon.
That's that Hawkmon should be 6K, right? Plus anything else gave it a pump?
No, the Hawkmon is 2. Then he gets 2,000 from Jesmon. So I don't know. How did he survive?
Both Sistermons pump him by 2 as well.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, wow.
Got it.
So that's a hurtful card to hit. That would have been perfect to hit, like... To think all he needed was just... What? A different sister? And the Hawkmon would have died along with the sister?
I think the rookie dying is the least of Pete's worries right now, though, because there's a Jesmon that looks like it's going to be unchecked on this. Oh, well, I guess he has Rush available to him, so maybe a Gallantmon, like if the new Secret Rare looks really good into this board.
But the problem with that is that so if he can play the Gallantmon, this is where the game will change, right? Because the Gallantmon will land and it'll pop, it'll kill one of the sisters, and then but the Gallantmon, he's gonna have to crash with it. Because the Jesmon's effect carries on until the end of your opponent's turn.
Okay.
So the issue with that is Gallantmon's 13, right? So he slams down on the board, he kills one of the sisters, then he swings and kills, I guess, the Hawkmon or something, or kills the other sister, and then crashes with the Jesmon, because he's also 13.
That seems like a great trade, though. You get rid of this Mega, and all you do is pay, like, 2 memory or something? That's fantastic.
So yeah, that was the one route, but the other way he went about it was Alphamon, and Alphamon is very good in this because it stops all level 10s from attacking the player. So I think that's very important. Sorry, not level 10s, play cost of 10s.
Yeah. So let's see if Daishan has any tricky plays. I know the system on the CL, the one that lets you Digivolve, that one can come up if he triggers like a when attacking to put it into play.
Yeah, but now I'm trying to think because I don't think he'll be able to do that because the Savior Hawkmon, I don't think he can do that because the only thing I can think about he does is that he moves up the Hawkmon. He won't be able to damage, but he'll be able to like prepare game for next turn. Because what I think I would do here is move the Hawkmon up and probably just swing with the sisters to just chip them down. Because like the worst the Royal Knights can do is probably hit the option cards, but he's clearly behind. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, he gets the Savior, and he's got the Blitz Omni. That's a little interesting, the Blitz Omni in the deck.
I think, he plays a lot of interesting choices because he still plays the GX and playing the Blitz Omni. So, I mean, Jesmon has been known as a, like a brownstone. It's filled with bricks,
Yeah.
So, like, it's a little, one would say greedy, but in reality, like, you do sometimes need a way to close out the game, and GX won't close out a game the way Blitz does in some cases.
I think Chimeramon is the way to close the game out with this deck. I don't think it's him, really.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know how I feel about this, but I think he's just setting up game for next turn. Or maybe he's looking for the GX.
Yeah, I mean, another thing you could say is maybe he was looking for System on Blanc to give his guys blocker.
That could be another one,
to prevent, like, a crackback scenario here. Because Cleat's board has a lot of megas. Like, there's no way to say, he has a rush available to him with the delay. And then he can also hard play one of the Royal Knights as well, too.
So what does he have? It's the reduction right now is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Leopardmon gets played for free, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of other guys are going to get played. So who is 11K? I think Leopardmon's 11K, Jesmon's 11K. I feel like there's another one. I know the biggest cost is Examon and Omnimon.
Yeah.
I know they're both 14. Then Dynasmon is like one of the cheaper ones because he's 10.
But it's like, are any of those cards doing anything right now? Because like he has a crazy board like to deal with right now.
No, he needs. Honestly, it's an Alphamon. That's the only thing I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Alphamon. That's the only thing I can think of for him to buy turns. But then even if he gets the Omnimon, it won't be enough. Get the Galamon. The Galamon's the only card I can think of that can kind of help him.
Yeah.
Because
he's showing off his collection too. A lot of alternate art.
Yeah. So this kind of helps him. Because if the Jesmon player can put him to 3, then he can. The Royal Knights can play the option card to put the Galamon underneath, and then use the one that's been sitting on there to remove the Galamon, like to play him, and then just try to make him do something.
Also, Galamon sort of sets up a kill shot. Now, Daishan's going to need a bunch of Systemons if he's planning on trying to do something crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
This is interesting. So he's going for the Savior. Okay. So he went for the old Savior, which is always nice. Okay.
Yeah.
The new Jesmon cards are very good. They have really good inheritables, really good effects.
Yeah.
Like, they're very good. Alright, I mean, none of this stuff can attack, so I don't know what the plan here is. Is it just a setup for lethal?
I mean, if this list is similar to yours, then we know that Pete plays. I mean, we see the markets in the trash, so there's a reason why there's a red or yellow card.
Yes.
And yeah, so this is a little bit of an overextension on Daishan's part, because we saw that he added the Galamon. That means he has a red card available, and we'll see if it comes up. But
he can't swing. He cannot swing. He cannot swing.
Oh, are you sure that's Alphamon and not Craniumon?
No, Alphamon says, here, I'll bring it right down.
No, but more so, like, the card on the board, is that Craniumon or is that Alphamon?
That looks like Alphamon. Oh, he swung into the Alphamon. Never mind, that's different, okay. Yeah, so he's swinging into the Alphamon. No, he can't pierce. Oh no, yeah, never mind, he's got piercing? Who is that? Is that the X-Antibody?
That is X-Antibody as well, yeah.
Oh yeah, it does have pierce, okay. Also, yeah, that was a good play around Alphamon, because now that's a Mega gone, so now it's it's definitely until the end of your player's turn, so he's going to swing into the Seal. Oh, interesting. Does this allow them all to swing? Is that what the X-Antibody does? I cannot remember. Hold up.
No, we should be checking on the Alphamon, because if the Alphamon's an on play to stun you, then that's big. But
no. So the Alphamon stops all 10 costs from attacking the player. So what the Jesmon player is doing is he's swinging into the monsters with piercing.
Yeah.
That's how he's getting around. Yeah, so the game's going to be over, because now he's just going to swing with the 3 monsters he's got left.
Yeah, so Pete needs a certain red card to come out of security right now.
It wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't be enough.
Well, with the order Daishan attacked in, it would have changed it a little bit.
How so?
He should have attacked with the Huckmon first, just to make sure. Or like it's Systemon, so cards that can die to Crimson Blaze, and then he should attack with the Huckmon last, and then go into Jeff.
No, none of them could die from Crimson Blaze because he played the X-Antibody, so it gives 2,000 to everybody. So the sisters were out of the range.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it was fine. I mean, that was just that was a rough game. I'm pretty sure.
This might be how the matchup plays out, honestly. It's like, if he can just set up a situation where he can attack into the Alphamon, then there is no stunning the Jesmon deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he just gave him too much time, and I mean, he had a Mega that stood on board. Granted, it wasn't doing anything for 2 turns, but it was, every turn of the game, he had a Jesmon in play that was threatening lethal.
Yeah, I mean, Jesmon is still very strong. That's still a red deck that can kill everything.
I think a little bit of an adaptation piece should make it. He charged granted he was cycling through his deck, but he charged the Dynasmon. Yeah, he charged the Dynasmon earlier. Oh, and was it, or Lord Nightmon? One of them.
It looked like
that popped the level 4s.
No, it was the Dynasmon that pops the level 4s.
Oh, it's the Dynasmon? Yeah, so it's like, if he charged it earlier, he probably should consider that, like, if you're going to get into these situations where you're going to be stunning them every turn, you might need to hold on to a card that clears out the little guys. Because he died to the little guys there, obviously.
So it says, this is Dynasmon's effect. It says, when, on play Digivolving, reveal the top 4 cards, add 2 cards with Lucemon in its name or Royal Knight in its trait among your hands. This is Trash or Rush. This is your turn. When you play another Royal Knight with another Digimon with Lucemon in its name or Royal Knight in its trait, delete all of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon. Yeah, so it really, he shouldn't have put Dynasmon in there. It literally should have been Dynasmon free, use the option card to bring out another guy, blow up all the level 4s.
Mm-hmm. And actually, that would have been really good because had he had a guy bigger than 13 at the time, I think that was the number needed. Or at least not bigger. It could have just checked it. So it just had to be 13 or more, right? He would have been able to clear the Jesmon too. Yeah. And we had a game where, like, Daishan would have effectively had nothing, and Pete was able to still build up a stack more and more into the Omnimon turn.
Yeah, so let's see. What does he play? Did he open the Magnamon? Did he open the starter cards? Because I think those are important. Oh, he got the Dynasmon out. Okay. That's a great starting card. And he got 2 really good cards.
Yeah.
And
I think one is the Gallimon, right? So hopefully it'll make itself be known this matchup.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I would shove that right under the cards immediately. And I would try to... Obviously, if you have 2, keep one in hand and then put one underneath Idrisel. But if you can do both, like...
My assumption is that the cards can be popped by Digimon effects, right? Like, Jesmon doesn't protect... It protects from options, I believe, right?
No, it doesn't protect from anything. Gankumon is the one that protects him from reduction. They don't get any other protection outside of that. And then one of the Sistermon Blancs, I think it's to discard 1, draw 2, is Decoy.
Okay, yeah. So, those are, like... The Gallimon, I think, of all the cards, I try to avoid putting it under the stack, because that one is one that you could hard play and definitely clear the board out. I mean, it's basically a Crimson Blaze in this matchup.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that Gallimon has to blow up a little guy first. So if he has 3 sisters, he's just going to blow up the sisters instead. And that's unfortunate because he's probably going to always be crashing into the Mega, which I think it's fine, honestly. I think that's a better call.
Yep. Like, a 3-mana option that would pop 2 little guys and then attack into a Mega or destroy a Mega, I mean, you'd play that in every deck, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
If the Royal Knights player can play something to put him to 1, that'd be amazing.
Yes, some of the little tricks that old Jesmon has to struggle with still today occurs now. Like, you shouldn't give them 2 on their turns where they have the ability to go into Savior. So that's one of the plays that you can try to avoid. So, like, even like Omekamon seems really good here. Tamer seems really good here. A
Jesmon would seem good here because I would put him. Who did he do? Oh, he did Craniumon. Craniumon costs a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of memory to get.
That's a GX coming out now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Mega Zoo deck, so sometimes you just don't have the pieces to, like, choke an opponent. Let's see if Daishan has all the pieces to go into it, right?
Yeah, I'm wondering if the Royal Knights player just kept it in his hand because he had Dynasmon, because that's probably the best card to start with.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I think the mulligan should be, like, you want your cards to let you play the game, right? So you would want to have the option, and you probably would want to start with Magnamon, so that way you don't give your opponent that much memory.
Yeah, that's how I thought of it. It's Dynasmon, Magnamon, or the option card. Like, some combination of them is like the perfect hand.
Yes, I'm going to look up... we should be using the real name now. We shouldn't be calling it Yggdrasil. It's King Drasil, right?
Oh, yeah, King Drasil? Yeah, that's right. He got a... what is the option card called, actually?
Royal Knights of the Purge.
Is that what it's called? Oh,
yeah.
That's sick. Oh, he wanted to... Okay, so he wanted to GX. Yeah, that's not surprising. Craniumon is 13, so he's got to pick something that's bigger than Cranium.
Or get a couple Sister Montiels going.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, because he's at 13. Jesmon is currently 13 from his own effect.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, truthfully though, the Pete had a problem dealing with the Mega the last game, so there's a world where okay, he went into GX, but I was gonna say that you could just leave the Cranium on because King Drizzle forces the absorption, so that Cranium on wouldn't be there next turn, so no reason to give up your Mega here.
No. But what I'm saying, he'll just play another Seal or something. But I mean, GX is bigger than it now, so it doesn't matter. I'd run into it because he still has the effect from the X antibody to run into it. And now it's going to be 3 checks because I think for each Mega. Ooh, this
Having
is
a little band in the background.
Yeah, this is not looking great. Okay, so Craniumon's dead. Crimson Blaze wouldn't take an effect here anyway, so that doesn't matter. Okay, that's Examon. Oh, Purge, okay.
Very nice of the Purge. Seems really good here.
Yeah. So the Hawkmon can swing, so I don't know why he wouldn't swing with that.
I think he since he was triggering Blitz, right? So I guess he couldn't swing. And I don't know if you want to swing first with the Hawkmon to avoid any security tricks, you know? He's being known for these kind of random inclusions.
That is also true.
Yeah.
But I mean, swinging for 1 or swinging for 3, or, swinging for 1 over... Sorry, swinging for 3 or swinging for 4 doesn't make much of a difference when you have this much board control anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he has 4 attackers next turn, and one of them checks multiple times, so it's like he needs to get rid of a bunch of guys this turn.
Yeah, this is
doable,
good.
Guaranteed. So we know he has the Galamon in hand, so the Galamon might come up clutch here. Or the Omni, because that's the Omni one.
I see what he's going to do. Right? He's going to do Galamon right now. Yeah, he's looking for the Galamon. Yeah. So Galamon's going to cost 5, 6, 7. Yep. 7. He's going to cost 7, and then he's going to lose 4 memory, I think, because he's got 10. Is it 10? Yeah, okay, so it's going to be 3. Yeah. So this is good. Because now Dynasmon's going to kill all the little guys.
Is that Dynasmon? I thought that was Omnimon.
No, that's Dynasmon.
Oh, that is? Okay.
Yeah, so Dynasmon says they kill everybody. Everybody dies.
That's good.
Yeah, they're all dead. Now Galamon just swing a security and blow up the Jesmon. Yep.
He should have probably stacked the triggers differently, though. I believe since both of them trigger on play, he could have gone Dynasmon first and then triggered the Galamon.
No, Purge of the Royal Knights, you cannot play the on-play effects when you use that card.
Yeah, so he hard played the Galamon, and I think Dynasmon is not an on-play. So Dynasmon is checking an on-play, right? So I think both triggers going to pending. Not that it mattered because he was going to pop the Jesmon anyways, but he could have. Yeah. It may be relevant.
Interesting.
Good
That was actually a card I thought about playing as well. Was the Fireball, but I think he's also playing System on Blanc, so that feels like a lot of draw power for no reason.
It also in answer to Cyclone, I did play against them a little bit with the Royal Knights deck, and I mean I played 4 Cyclones in my current list, so
yeah,
that is a brutal card to say the least.
Here we go.
To say the worst of it, you know. Yeah. Oh, speak of the double.
Now no Purge of the Royal Knights. Oh, this hurts. This, if he doesn't have a Marcus right now, gotta draw for turn.
I think I saw Daishan's list earlier. I think he only plays a 1 of the Solar Mon. Maybe he upped it since then because the locals have been very Royal Knights, and there were a lot of Royal Knights in our locals. So
you should have saw the Alphamon, man. You missed it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I thought about playing Chikurimon and Alphamon as well, but you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't swing for a lot anymore. So, but so let's see. What can he do here? Because honestly, the only thing I can think of him doing is doing Purge of the Warrior Knights and hope he doesn't lose.
I'm with you. I mean, like, it's looking like we're on the try not to die plan.
So this is the only way I can see the Royal Knights coming out. Play Purge of the Royal Knights. No. He goes with that. Okay, I guess that also works. Oh, he's got the Gallimon and Purge, yeah. So he's just got to hope that... So this is the interesting part, right? So if he goes into... No, I think... I don't know what happens here, because he just goes into Savior. You do Purge of the Royal Knights, and then that's going to be 3, right? No. I think he could still do it. I think he can still do it and not get annihilated. But it all comes down, does he have the Savior, right? Because Savior's going to put him to 2. The Royal Knights is going to Purge of the Royal Knights and put something underneath it, right? Then it's going to go back to 3. He's going to go back to 1, and then he's already played one of the Masters and Disciple. So, does he play another Master and Disciple? He does. Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah.
That's actually not...
Yeah. It's very good for Pete, and I was going to mention that, like, it's a good thing that Deshaun decided not to get a little aggressive here. I know that you can see blood in the water because your opponent's at 2 life, but the worst thing that could have happened is he gives Pete, he takes away a turn from Pete by giving him another Bro Knight to the Purge from security. So, like, right now, Deshaun's in the commanding lead.
No,
he's just probably missing a piece.
I think what I would have done is just go into Savior and just took the 2 memory. But I kind of get it. He's going to just try to go from Ultimate to Mega. Champion to Mega in the next turn, because he should be able to do that.
Yeah, because Pete is his out is 2 turns from now. He has to play his Royal Knights of the Purge, and he has to survive next turn in order to be able to reap the benefits of the Royal Knights of the Purge to deal with the Solar Maw.
Yeah. And then Jesmon just has to chill out. Like, he doesn't. He just sits there.
Yeah.
That's a bow. Yeah. That's interesting. He plays a starter deck Gallimon. That's such a weird card. Mm-hmm. And then Absorb, play the 3 memory, and then you're chilling.
One of the things that we could be saying is that Deshaun does have an extra Master Disciple. Oh, what's the card called? The Jesmon card, the option. But
Judgment and Blade?
Yeah. He could have... Since Pete wins by summoning a bunch of Royal Knights under King Drasil, he could have just attacked the Jesmon GX and not swung at security and just acknowledged that he was going to win by an OTK. So giving him that extra option, giving him that extra security check, put variance in Daishan's favor and gave him an option that may end up winning him the game right now.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. It's like, I get it. It's just like you're hungry about it, but... Well, no. So what happens, actually? Because you swing at Jesmon and he blows him up. So what? Does the attack just fizzle?
I would believe so, yeah. The target's no longer there. So, but, in Digimon, we don't have, like, redirection like that, where it's like, oh, I'm attacking your Digimon, but then I'm going to go at life afterwards because there's no replay that happens.
Yeah.
In an attack like that.
Okay, so this is going to be a really beast turn because I think he has all BT13 Jesmon pieces. And those gain memory when sisters are played, so the game is probably over. Okay, yeah. I mean, make them as gigantic as you'd like. So each sister right now is currently 7.
Yeah.
It's 1 check.
The relevance is that it's not about how big the sisters are. Is that if Pete hits Crimson Blaze, at least he can kill the Solar Mon because it's not getting pumped by it. So right now, Daishan doesn't have guaranteed game, but there is a chance that he has game here, right?
Yeah, it has to be Crimson Blaze because if he hits a Marcus, all the Digimon are plus 2,000.
Yeah.
So that doesn't matter. Yeah, he's 15. That's he's gonna Chimeramon. Is it Chimeramon for game? Oh, it's Blitz.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hurtful game.
Yeah.
That was hurtful. He got Purge of the Warrior Knights too late. It's what it is.
I mean, you could say that maybe he played it a little bit too early. Like, so he did have Royal Knights of the Purge earlier. He played the Dynasmon combo, which did clear the board. And I mean, relevant also that like I said, the extra option came up. He was at 1 memory by the end of that combo, so it could be said that had Pete not attacked his security and just left him at 5 security the whole game, maybe he would have bought himself an extra turn, and maybe that turn doesn't happen.
That is very true. That is very true. Well,
yeah,
there you go. Jesmon doing Jesmon things.
Literally.
Yeah.